Housing, healthcare, jobs, equity are all part of, and anti-militarism are all part of what Dr. King was talking about. Right now, we're facing a crisis globally with the environment and with how our interaction is with the energy sector. There's been few people who have been organized around this in a really meaningful way. I just want to make sure that the folks who've shown up, we have representatives from the Environmental Justice League, I think they're still here, who are here, who have been working on issues of environmental racism really closely. But part of a piece of environmental racism is also how much the energy companies extract from poor people's wallets every day. That is a place where the bosses and those who have power feel like they just can endlessly mine our pocketbooks just the same way that they mine the earth. And so we have a few folks, Paul in particular, from the Democratic Socialists of America, who've been working on a campaign to stop National Greed from taking from us anymore and renationalize or put the people back in charge of it. And I'd love to hear what he's going to say about that.
Yes, good afternoon, Providence. All right, we're going to try something real quick here, because I think what I need to know is if you really believe what we're trying to say, right? So when I say, what kind of power? You say people's power. Y'all ready for this? I want you to be loud. I want everyone on the outskirts of this park. I want everyone who's working on these houses here. I want everyone going that way and forward all the way to Whole Foods to hear what you have to say. So when I say what kind of power, you say workers' power. What kind of power?
Workers.
What kind of power?
Workers.
What kind of power?
Workers.
What kind of power?
Workers' power.
That's right. That's when you know you believe it, when you can shout it from the mountaintops. Am I right? Someone say yes.
Yeah.
Someone say yes.
Yeah.
Someone say workers' power.
Workers' power.
Someone say people's power.
People's power.
Someone say Black Lives Matter.
Black lives.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. If you really believe that, if you really believe that we have a fight and that we are willing to work and fight to win, say yes.
Yes.
Because when we fight,
We win.
when we fight,
We win.
when we fight. So I'm going to tell you today about a fight that we have. Just as Brother Mike mentioned, we're fighting against national greed. We know that national greed is increasing or trying to increase the rates on people like you, your neighbors. Is that right? Say that ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right. That's right. So when we talk about fighting against national greed, we talk about national greed cutting off the electricity to our neighbors. 20,000 shutoffs a year in the state of Rhode Island. That's your neighbors with children. That's your neighbors with health issues. That's your neighbors who need to be able to go home at night to microwave their meal, to tuck their kids in at night and read them a story. 20,000 people on a year-to-year basis in this small state of Rhode Island. Victims of a corporate, greedy monster, which is national greed. Someone say that ain't right. That ain't right.
That ain't right.
That's right. So we believe, with everything in us, that access to utilities is a human right, like healthcare is a human right, like housing is a human right.
Oh yeah.
We know that Dr. King said capitalism has outlived its usefulness. It takes the necessities from the masses to give luxuries to the classes. Someone say that ain't right.
That ain't right.
When we talk about nationalized greed, we talk about environmental racism, we talk about the unfortunate conditions we find our neighbors in on a day-to-day basis. So what are we going to do about it?
Right.
What are we going to do about it?
Right.
What are we going to do about it?
Right.
What are we going to do about it?
Right.
That's right. So Democratic Socialists of America, working in partnership with the George Wiley Center, has a campaign called Nationalize Grid. We have a table out back there with some information about the details. But let me give you the Reader's Digest version. Our goals are to decarbonize, decommodify, and democratize our energy grid. Let me say that again because I didn't hear that. Our goals are to decarbonize, decommodify, and democratize our energy grid. So I've got a challenge for you today. Just like our sister Asada said, our revolution doesn't start or stop at the ballot box. We can't vote our way out of this situation. We can't vote our way out of the crimes of capitalism. We got to do more than just that. You have a row of tables behind you with different places where you can get involved, different lists you can sign up on to get information, different calls to action, no matter what level of political experience, quote unquote, you have. You have a duty and a responsibility not only to your fellow man and woman, not only to your fellow worker, but to yourself, to stand up and fight back. Because when our communities are under attack, what do we do? When our communities are under attack, what do we do? When our communities are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. That's right. So that's my challenge to you today, Providence. For those small few of you who are dedicated, who came here today, I better see every single one of you at one of those tables. And not only that, but I better see every single one of you on your social media platforms, when you're at the bus stop, when you're at the supermarket, when you're at church, when you're at the library, when you're talking to your sister, to talk about what we need. And our need right now is a revolution. Because that's what Dr. King wanted, that's what he started off, and that's what we're working on today is a revolution. So when I say, what kind of power?
Workers' power.
We say workers' power. What kind of power?
Workers' power.
What kind of power?
Workers' power.
What kind of power?
Workers' power.
What kind of power?
Workers' power.
What kind of power?